Hey, everybody, it is yours truly, Dr. Shamieka Dean. Come on in. And as you're tuning in, do me a favor, hit share and invite others to join us and comment in the comment section so that I know you're there. All right. So this is going to be a good one, y'all. All right. This is going to be a good one. I did a poll on my Facebook page and I asked, there were 3 different topics. Which one y'all wanted me to go live on today? So the 3 topics were paralyzing procrastination, tagging is tacky, because it is, and that's unsolicited tagging. And the other one was pitching versus promoting. And so all of the people, well, the majority chose paralyzing procrastination, which I'm going to talk about. And the reason I'm going to talk about it is because it is so very imperative that we understand how pricey procrastination is. So let me shout a few of you out before I get into the meat and potatoes of this conversation today. Hey, Tasha. Hey, Artillis. Purple Gal 05, Dominique. Hey, Aisha. Hey, Jody. Hey, Dina. I see y'all tuning in. So again, as you're tuning in, do me a favor, share the video. When you share it, I want you to use this caption and I want you to type procrastination is pricey. So do that real quick. Once you share, comment, let me know that you share it, but use the caption procrastination is pricey, because that's what we are going to be talking about today. Because again, it truly is pricey. And I'm going to share with you all just a little bit of, hold on just a second. I'm going to make sure that it's shared on my personal page as well. But I'm going to share with you all my personal journey, okay, with procrastination and what I am doing and what I had to do to jumpstart, to paralyze procrastination. And it is a process. So I'm not going to say that I'm already there, because it definitely is a process. However, it is imperative that we paralyze procrastination, because of what we are called to do. Okay. So let me just share on my page real quick. Boom. All right. It's done. All right. Good. Thank y'all so much for sharing. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to talk about procrastination. Because as we know, when there is procrastination, there is no productivity. When there is no productivity, you cannot access the promise. You cannot produce the product, and you cannot reach the people that you are called to reach. And so that's why procrastination is so pricey. Procrastination will literally cause you to miss out on opportunities that have been predestined for you. I'm going to say that again. Procrastination will cause you to miss out on opportunities that have been predestined for you. You know, we have been taught, and we believe that, you know, hey, I can't miss what's for me. What's for me is for me. What's meant for me, I can't miss it. Nobody can have it. That is so not true, because opportunity waits on no one. And whenever what our purpose in the earth is to produce something, there is a time stamp on when we are to produce it, because there are people that need it. There are things that God has gifted us to do that people actually need. And it sounds so good for us to hide behind procrastination by saying things like, well, what's for me is for me. Can't nobody get it. If it was for me, if it didn't happen, it just wasn't meant to be. No, that's not always the case. There are times when you miss the opportunity because you were not prepared. All right. And so until you are real with yourself and call a thing, you will never be able to conquer it. I don't know if y'all are even ready for this type of truth I'm going to drop on y'all today. But again, procrastination is pricey. It will cost you. And I'm telling you this because procrastination has cost me before, and then I too justified me missing the opportunity that was presented to me by saying things like, well, it wasn't meant to be. No, not true. Y'all better go read about the story of Esther. You better go read about the people with the 10 people with their lamps. You better go read about it. There's a time for everything. Everything is produced in seasons and times, and we have to make sure that we are prepared and that we are not allowing ourselves to miss opportunities hiding behind procrastination. All right. So I want you to type paralyze procrastination in the comments. Type that in the comments. Paralyze procrastination. Because again, we're going to deal with it and we're going to call a thing so that we can get delivered, so that we can really get what we desire to get, so that we can achieve our goals, so that we can reach that destiny, so that we can scratch those things off the list that we've been praying for 15, 20 years. Okay. All right. So again, type paralyze procrastination in the comments. And I'm going to, again, share with you first, just a little bit of story myself, a personal story myself. So one of the biggest shifts that I've had to make when switching from an entrepreneur to a CEO is defeating procrastination. An entrepreneur to a business owner, entrepreneur to a CEO. And someone asked me, which I think is very good. They said, well, what's the difference? Like, why would you go from entrepreneur to CEO? I said, well, for me, my purpose is to create suitable salaries for other people, to build economic empowerment through creating wealth, to break the curses of poverty. And so in order for me to do that, I have to think like a CEO and not an entrepreneur. When it comes to entrepreneurship, it's about building it for myself, being a MEO instead of a CEO. And so that's the difference. And that's why you've seen shifts. You've seen me shifting as far as what I post. You see me shifting on just how I'm moving in every capacity, because I'm no longer operating as a MEO, but now a CEO, no longer as an entrepreneur, but a business owner. And with that being said, one of the biggest things that shifts I've had to make is defeating procrastination or paralyzing procrastination. Because for a long time, and this is going to connect with many of you when I say this, and when it does, just say ouch, okay? For a long time, I have been able to hide behind procrastination, wearing it like a badge of honor under the falsehood of I work better under pressure. How many of y'all have said that? Well, I work better under pressure. When the pressure's on, I give my best, right? And so what that did was, because I wore it as a badge of honor, I was still able to hide behind the reality that my procrastination was rooted in something a whole lot bigger than me working better under pressure. And it really is not that at all. But again, if that's you, just say ouch, because I'm going to help you today. Okay. I'm going to help you. And so anywho, I was working on, a huge project, right? And I had an idea for a t-shirt. And so I had someone to do research for me. They jumped in. It was like, boom, let me see what I can do to help you get this done. I know you need it quickly. Let me see what I can help you do. Boom. So they did their research, found someone who was able to do it in the time. But here's the thing. In order for me to get that t-shirt, it was going to cost me 7 times the regular price for me to get this done. Hear me and hear me well. Procrastination is pricey. Okay. It's going to cost me 7 times the original price to get this t-shirt done. So do the calculation in your head. What I was going to have to spend to get this one t-shirt, all because of procrastination. And so what this means is that and I decided not to do it, and I had to take that loss. Okay. I had to take that loss. And I decided not to do it because, of course, because of the cost. But what this cost me is my entire vision for what I had has to be shifted, which is going to cause pressure again on me, which is unnecessary pressure, because I could have done this long time ago. Okay. That's just one incident. There are many other incidents that happen, in my life. And I chalked it up and said, well, it just wasn't meant to be. But I know without a shadow of a doubt that it was meant to be. And it could have happened had I not been operating in procrastination. This is just a minor one. This isn't compared to the other opportunities I missed out on in the past because I was not prepared for what I had been praying for. And again, I sat there and I allowed my excuses to hide behind procrastination. All right. And not only that, I wasted someone else's time because I wasn't prepared. And so the thing about operating at a different level, it causes you to have more discipline, and being proactive is a form of discipline. So what this taught me is that, number one, as a CEO, proactivity is necessary to increase productivity and profitability. I'm going to say that again. It's necessary. Proactivity is necessary for me to increase my productivity and my profitability. Because when you are behind, whether you are in business or not, this has to do with your children, even if you're getting ready to go to church, if you're getting the kids ready for school, if you have an event. When you procrastinate, you put pressure on all of the people around you. And what happens is they are only as effective as you are proactive. And I know this one is hard. A lot of you all right now are having aha moments and revelatory moments right now, just listening to what I'm saying. Some of those things that you didn't even think about, you're thinking about them right now. Like, oh my goodness. So just say ouch. If it's stepping on your pinky toe, your big toe, your middle toe, just say ouch. Because again, it's imperative that you understand what procrastination looks like, what it sounds like, so that you can really deal with this and paralyze procrastination and really access all of those things that you desire to access. Okay. And so again, when you are procrastinating, you put pressure on everyone else around you, and they are only as effective as you are proactive. Okay. So, I'm going to help you identify some procrastination that you have masqueraded as something else. And so again, when I say these following statements, just say ouch. No judgment, just say ouch. Okay. So, because if you don't call a thing, you can never conquer it. So type that. I can't conquer what I won't call out. Type that in the comments. I can't conquer what I will not call out. And we're just 12 minutes in, and I know I have stepped on a whole lot of toes, but I promise you it's going to bless you if you let it. It's going to help you. Even if it hurts, it'll help you if you let it. Okay. All right. I sound like Kevin Hart just then. All right. Okay. So again, these following statements, you said you have something that that you've been called to produce, to create. You have a goal, you have an assignment, you have a product, a project, or something, and you have not done that, but you said things like this: I need more knowledge. If that's you, just say ouch. Again, I'm gonna say you can't conquer what you don't call out. Okay. All right. I need more support. If that's you, just say ouch. Another one, I'm stuck. If that's you, say ouch. The other one, I need help with consistency. If that's you, just say ouch. Okay. I need the strategy. Just say ouch. Because this is what it sounds like. Okay. I'm telling you what it sounds like. This is what procrastination sounds like. Well, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. And if you want to know how to get started when you don't know what to do, go back and watch. I have another video that I just did. I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago. Go watch that. Okay. Just say ouch. Okay. This is what it sounds like. It sounds like excuse after excuse after excuse. And one of the statements y'all know that I say all of the time is the excuses will reveal the reality of what you're ready for. Type that in the comments. And if you're just tuning in, make sure you share this video also. Thank you so much. Excuses will reveal the reality of what you are ready for. Because when you're not ready to put in the work, you will find an excuse. And excuses are like a rear end. Everybody has one. You can find them anywhere you look. Okay. You can find them anywhere you look. Excuses will reveal the reality of what you're ready for. And that is exactly what procrastination sounds like. And here's how I know this: because you have been equipped with everything you need to start right now. You've been equipped with everything you need to get started. It is in your obedience and your implementation that you'll get what you need to finish. It is in your obedience and your implementation that you will get the strategy for the next step. It is in your obedience and your implementation that you will get unstuck. It is in your obedience and implementation that you will get support. It is in your obedience and your implementation that you will be consistent. It is in your obedience and your implementation that you will get more knowledge. Okay, so I'm going to say it again. The excuses will reveal the reality of what you're ready for. And that's what procrastination sounds like. It sounds like an excuse. Finding a way out. Excuses are simply an exit strategy for you not to execute what you've been called to do. Excuses are the exit strategy that you use not to execute what you've been called to do. I'm going to say that again. Excuses are the exit strategy for you not to execute what you're called to do. That's what excuses are. And so again, that is what procrastination sounds like. All right. Okay. Now, what does procrastination look like? And this is what's going to help so many of y'all, because a lot of y'all don't even know what procrastination looks like because you've mastered the facade. Okay. You mastered the facade. So you don't even really know what procrastination looks like. But again, I want you to keep sharing this video. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Thank you so much. Share this. And when you share it, type the caption, procrastination is pricey. Okay. I want you to share it and type procrastination is pricey when you share this video. Okay. All right. Yes, I told you I was going to step on like at least 2 toes today. No, I actually told y'all that I was no longer stepping on the pinky toe. I was going to step on the whole foot from now on. So this is what I meant by that. I'm going to call out everything that has allowed you to hide behind fear and not executing what you're supposed to be executing. Okay. All right. So now, again, we're talking about procrastination and how much it really costs you. We talked about what it sounds like, and now we're going to jump into what procrastination looks like. Okay, procrastination again looks like avoidance. So, what do you mean it looks like avoidance, Shamieka? She said the whole leg. Yes, the whole leg. Listen, whatever you put out there is getting stepped on. Thank you so much for sharing, Carolyn. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jamie says you done got my whole foot and ankle. All right, I'm coming for the calf now. You ready, Jamie? So get ready. Okay, so again, what does procrastination looks like? It looks like avoidance. What do you mean by avoidance? This is what avoidance looks like. Well, let me go over here and work on this book when I know I need to be working on this course. Okay. Hold on. Let me help y'all. Okay. This is what procrastination looks like. Well, let me go run some errands really quickly instead of me sitting down to create this t-shirt design that I need to create. Just say ouch if it hurts. If it's you, just say ouch. All right. This is what procrastination looks like. Let me just watch a little bit of TV. Let me take a break. You're taking a break and you haven't done any work though. Oh, okay. Procrastination says, you know what? I'm sorry. Avoidance looks like this. Oh, let me go in here and play with the kids for a little bit because, 2 days ago, they said I hadn't been spending enough time with them. So let me go and play with my kids a little bit. Okay. So avoidance looks like this. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this load of laundry real quick so I can just, I won't have to worry about doing it tomorrow when you need to be in there building your YouTube channel. I said, just say ouch. Like I told y'all 2 days ago, I said, listen, I am no longer stepping on pinky toes. I'm coming for the whole foot. Because when I level up, you got to level up with me. If you're going to stay connected with me, you're going to have to level up too. And the only way I can help you level up is if I am gut punching, straight talk, real, raw, relatable, calling out all of these excuses that you have hid behind for so long and nobody else called them out because they ain't want to hurt your feelings. Shamieka's going to hurt your feelings. Shamieka's not going to care about your feelings because I am on an assignment, and my assignment is to help break the curse of poverty. My assignment is to help with economic empowerment by creating wealth. My assignment is to help build the type of businesses that can create suitable salaries for other people so they don't have to sacrifice their sleep and their sanity so that they can hang up the hustle, so that they can be at home with their children when they need to, so that they can go to school and watch Lil Lulu and Lil SpongeBob in the Christmas play being a tree. That's my assignment. And so I'm stepping on whole feet. Okay? So again, back to the topic at hand. Procrastination sounds like any excuse so that you can exempt yourself from executing. That's it. Go back and watch the replay. I'm going to leave it up. Okay. I'm 21 minutes in. I want to try to wrap this up in less than 30 minutes and no longer than 30 minutes. Okay. And then what it looks like is avoidance. You do everything. Let me tell you, and I'm going to close this avoidance piece out like this. Avoidance looks like doing everything except for what you're supposed to be doing. And here's what we do. This is what we do. We'll go and do this, right? Just to satisfy the guilt for not working on what we know we're supposed to be working on. And so what is really behind procrastination? Let's deal with this thing. She said, ouch, stop. I'm sorry. I know I'm not sorry. I'm not. I love you, Stephanie. But nope, not going to stop. Not on my watch. Okay. So again, what's really behind procrastination? The number one thing that's behind procrastination is fear. That's it. And so what has happened is we've masqueraded that fear with many other things that have satisfied the guilt that we feel for not being productive, for not producing, because we will look at it and we feel like it's not good enough. We'll look at it and we'll feel like nobody's going to like it. We'll look at it and we'll feel like, oh my God, I really can't do this. So we procrastinate and wait on somebody else to come and clap us on the back or push us forward. And we say, well, I don't have any support. And, I just need this and I need that. No. Fear. Let's call it fear. Fear. That's exactly what it is. And until you call it what it is, you will never be able to conquer it. You cannot conquer what you refuse to call out. Type that in the comments again. I told you that earlier, but I want you to say it again. You cannot conquer what you refuse to call out. There's that. Okay. Put that on a sticker or put that on a canvas. Because again, you cannot conquer what you refuse to call out. And as long as you keep calling it everything except for what it is, you are going to be stuck. You're continuing to exempt yourself from executing what you have been equipped to do. You have exempt yourself from executing what you have already been equipped to do. You can do this like the back of your hand. You know exactly what you're called to do, but fear has been crippling you, and you've been calling it procrastination. You've been calling it perfectionism. But one of my friends, Elisa, she said perfectionism. I may be misquoting her, but anywho, I'm going to summarize in my own words. Perfectionism is nothing more than beautified procrastination, and neither of them get you any results. Neither of them produce anything. Both of them have you doing absolutely nothing. Nothing. Okay? We say, well, I need to wait till it's perfect. Perfectionism is nothing but beautified procrastination, and both of them produce zero results. You heard me. You heard me. That's it. And so however you glamorize it, however you beauty it up, is still what it is. Okay. And so here's another thing, and I'm going to this is going to step on your toes real quick too. So hold your edges. and your toupee. Make sure that your lashes are on tight, because I'm not responsible for any loosening of the lashes. I'm not responsible for loose edges, and I'm not responsible for flying toupees, but I'm about to step on your toes real quick. Okay. The real fear. Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? This is going to go down in history as one of the greatest lies I've ever done. So keep sharing it as you're tuning in. Thank you so much. The real fear is not failure. Type that in the comments. The real fear is not failure. Type that. And then I want you to say, well, what is it, Shamieka? So, well, what is it, Shamieka? Type that in the comments. The real fear is not failure. So what is the real fear? The real fear is what and who success will cost you. Round of applause, please. Y'all ready? The real fear is not failure. It is what and who success will cost you. And what do I mean by that? Real success, when you go to the next level in your life, Next Level Business Academy will be launching in August. So make sure you are staying connected, tuned, and follow me, because you don't want to miss this. It's going to be a 3-day extravaganza. All right. The real fear is what it will cost you, because when you go to the next level, it is going to require more discipline. It is going to require you to level up, and people will be left behind because they are not going to want to level up with you, because they are not ready for what it takes to get to the next level. And what happens is we are bound with guilt, and we are bound with loyalty, this warped perception of loyalty, that we have to sacrifice ourselves to keep people in our corner, not realizing that when you get ready to go to the next level, there are other people that have been waiting on you to get there. So the support you need is in your leveling up. Okay, I told y'all wasn't ready. And that's exactly what it is. It's in your leveling up. And it is, again, it's the real fear is not failure. The real fear is what and who success will cost you. And that's exactly what you're afraid of. You're afraid of what this next level requires of me. You're afraid of how you are going to now have to operate on this level, because you're not going to be able to pop off like you want to. You're not going to be able to hang out like you used to. You're not going to be able to binge watch 4 hours of your show. You're not going to be able to hang around certain people and do certain things. And that is what you have been afraid to lose. So keep sharing, because somebody else needs to hear this as well. You're not ready to give up your now for your next. That's what you're really afraid of. It is not success that you're afraid of. Okay? You're not willing to let go of those who are accustomed to this version of you, this level of you, because your language changed. So you're not gossiping anymore. Your language changed. So you're not talking doubtful anymore. Your language changed. So your dreams are no longer mediocre. Your language has changed. I love you too, Keontae. Your language has changed. And that is the problem. Your language has changed. So you're no longer talking about what you used to do. You're no longer discussing people. You're discussing ideas, plans. You're discussing dreams, goals, visions. Your language has changed. And so again, you're afraid that you're going to lose those who have become accustomed to that version of you. You're no longer talking about the trending topic. You're now talking about how you can expand your mindset. You're talking about the books that you're reading, where everybody else is still talking about love and hip hop. They're still talking about the Black Ink Crew. They're still talking about the Braxtons. But you are talking about the book that you just read that shifted your mindset on marketing, that shifted your mindset as a return to business, that shifted your mindset on what you need to do spiritually, emotionally, mentally, so that you can get to the next level. Oh, I told y'all weren't ready. Okay. You are afraid of leaving your comfort zone to walk in the totality of your multiplicity. That is what you're afraid of. But you keep saying, well, I'm afraid of failure. No, you're not. You know what failure looks like. We fear the unknown. We don't fear this other stuff because we already know what failure looks like. And we know that we can still do things after failure. Why? Because we've done it. We know that we can survive the storms. Why? Because we're standing here after surviving the last storm. So you're not afraid of failure. You're afraid of the discipline. You're afraid of the new you that you have to become. You're afraid of letting go of the people that were so comfortable with the mediocre you. You're afraid of offending people with your greatness, your gems, your genius. You are afraid of stepping on people's toes. And this is why you haven't gone to the next level. Okay. All right. Y'all still ready? Y'all still with me? Keep sharing and inviting others to join. I am past my 30-minute mark. I'm about to get ready to wrap this thing up, but you can watch the replay. My replay watchers, thank you so much. And as you're tuning in, make sure you share as well, okay, and invite others to join us. And I'm going to summarize this as soon as I am done, okay? Because again, we're talking about paralyzing procrastination. So what does paralyzing procrastination look like? How do you paralyze procrastination? You paralyze procrastination by stop lying to yourself, by calling it everything except for what it is: fear. Procrastination is rooted in fear. Whenever you try to get delivered from something, you have to destroy the root of it. Okay. And so again, before you can destroy procrastination, you got to accurately identify and acknowledge that you are struggling with fear, not fear of failure, but fear of what and who this next level will cost you. Because I'm telling you, the next level is costly. The procrastination is pricey. But you have to make a decision and say, I'm willing to let go of my now to get to my next. I'm no longer going to stay connected to people who are comfortable at this level of who I am, because I know that it's going to require the next level for me to get to the next level. Okay. So again, we're paralyzing procrastination. That's the first thing that you got to do. The second thing that you got to do is you got to be held accountable. You got to get out of pride. Okay. You've got to get out of pride. And some of you are going to say right now, I'm not operating in pride. Yes, you are, because pride will not acknowledge the need for help. That's what pride does. Pride will hide in big groups. How do I know? I've done it. We'll get into accountability groups that have thousands of people in those groups. And you will hide inside of those groups just so that you will not be called out, because you don't really want to be held accountable. You want to look like you want to be held accountable. Okay, so you have to be held accountable. You got to tell somebody, look, I have been struggling with fear. I've been paralyzed with fear. And then you got to connect with people who do not care about your feelings. You got to connect with people who do not care about your feelings. People who are going to call you out, who are not going to pacify you when you start operating in pity, who are going to call you up to conquer what you've been called to conquer, who are going to call you for to conquer what you've been called to create. That's who you need to hang around. People who are going to inspire you and make you mad at the very same time. That's who you need to get connected to. Not the people that are going to sit around and pacify you. I'm not saying that they won't allow you to cry, but what I'm saying is when you get through crying, they say, okay, now you've cried your cry. Let's get up and go conquer this thing. Those are the type of people that you need in your life. You need people that are going to tell you, no, you are sitting around here operating in fear and rattling off all of these excuses instead of doing what you're supposed to do. You need those type of people in your life. Okay. And then you need to take action. You need to take action. Everything that you want to do is going to be activated by the action that you take. Faith is voice activated and it is moved by action. Okay. Procrastination is paralyzed by action. And you have to be persistent in this as well. That means you have to keep pushing and keep pressing, even when you don't want to. And that's why it's important for you to get people around you who are stronger than you, people who have wisdom, people who, again, are going to inspire you, but are going to also make you mad enough to call you out on your stuff so that you can really go forth and conquer what you've been called to create. Okay. All right. And that is how you paralyze procrastination. You got to get out of pride. You got to get out of letting people, you got to get out of pride and admit that you need help. And you got to stop hiding in these big groups. Get in some smaller groups, some small groups that you can be seen and people are going to call you out. Not so that you can be pacified, but so that you can be seen, be held accountable, that are going to cause you to set goals and things like that so that you can continue to move forward. Okay? There are plenty of groups out here. Get in a smaller group. Don't jump in these big groups so that you can get lost in the sauce. I've done that. Okay. And then, the last thing is to invest in yourself. Invest in the next level that you aspire to go to. I don't care what anybody is telling you. You can hide behind it and you can you can say what you want to say, but you simply have to get yourself inside of you simply have to invest in yourself. Increase does not happen without investment. All right. Investing you some books, investing you some courses, and all of that. Okay. Because if not, you're going to miss out and you're going to stay stuck. All right. To host in a professional manner. And if you haven't signed up for my email list, make sure you get on there so that you do not miss out on the Next Level Business Academy open enrollment, which again is going to be in August. So go to my website, sign up for the email list so that you can get into the know of when that's going to be released. When that's going to be open for registration. All right. That's all I have for y'all. Again, share this video and invite others to join and watch this replay. It's powerful. It's something that so many people need because they need to know how to paralyze perfection so that they can walk in their promise. It's been amazing as usual. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe youtube.com / Shamieka Dean, or just type in Dr. Shamieka Dean. I also have Next Level Business Academy YouTube page that you can subscribe there as well. All right. You like this new me so much? Oh, thank you. I do too. I love her. I just love her. All right. So yeah, stay tuned, stay connected on all channels. And I will talk to you all when I have something else to say. How about that? Love ya immensely and intensely. It's been fun.